Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. I am Christina and I will be your host today. We have a very excited workshop slash webinar for you guys. So, really happy to be here and dive into some high engagement viral templates. So, really happy to have you guys here today, and we are going to get started. So before we start though, just a few housekeeping rules. Please, no recordings, no screenshots. And we do recommend that you take some notes in case you want to take away some tips. So note taking is fine, but just no recordings or screenshots. So for today, our agenda, we will be touching on what is high engagement viral content. We're going to do a breakdown of what viral high engagement templates are. Okay, think of like content formats like selfie, velocity. We're also going to touch on identifying timely trends. So how to spot them, how to apply them. We're going to get into some examples of it. We also will be touching on footage and material selection tips. So what type of content performs best? We're going to give you all the tricks you might need, some promotion strategies, and in the end, we will have a Q&A. So we're going to leave the open floor for some questions that you might have, and we'll answer those to the best of our abilities. So this will be a fun one. So let's get right into it. So part one, what is high engagement viral content? So high engagement viral content is templates that not only generate high exports, but also receive strong engagement on TikTok. So that is very important to remember. You want to think of things of like TikTok likes, the comments, the shares, so savings, all of that is very important. So that is a key factor in both content quality and audience resonance. So how is your audience resonating with the content that you're putting out? So why are we focusing on these high engagement viral templates? So the reason why is because it's for easier to get selected as a standout template, but also more chances for that TikTok algorithm to pick you up. So you wanted to pick it up, spread your content everywhere. It's better for building your personal content brand, and it helps your template go viral just beyond outside of CapCut, which means more money or more exposure or bonuses for you in groups. So that's why we are focusing on these high engagement viral templates. So moving right along, we are now at part two. So what are the most common high engagement viral templates? So for this portion, we did touch on these type of examples, these case studies that we have. So if you remember from our last workshop, we touched on selfie combined with velocity dump. So I'll play one of them, but if you remember from our last workshop, these are also there. I'll only play one so you guys can have a view of what I'm talking about as a reference, just very quickly. I wanna do it all night long. This is all the same. We can hear the angels calling us, and we can see the sunrise before us. And when I'm in that thing, I make that body sing. I make it say, we. Yeah, so if you need more information on this, it is on our last workshop, and that link will be available for you guys to look at and get a refresher if you need it. Also for this combination viral song combined with selfie and lyrics, you can check out the details for this in our last workshop. We had touched base on this. I'm not going to play these ones, but the next ones that we do have, I will do a deeper dive on them. And these ones are new. So we have it here today. All right. So we are moving forward to POV, point of view, and daily life/relationships. So I'm going to let these videos play, and then I'm going to do the breakdown of them so you guys can find out all the tips and tricks. We taking pics like that. That was the first one for daily vlog. And in this video, I swear. So POVs combined with daily life or relationships are a good example of most common high engagement viral templates. They do perform well. So the verb for this is point of view. The format is daily life. So when you're doing daily life dumps, you want to make sure that you are using clean clips, simple and clean POV, a trending font, and maybe a trending songs. And also relationships also do perform well. So relationship content is also a good example of most common high engagement viral templates that do well on the algorithm. So you also want to pick, simple clean clips, simple and clean POV, a trending font to mix with that, and a trending song as well. Next, the fun part, we have fandoms. I love fandoms. This is a really fun one for me. So think of like TV series, anime, celebrities, game characters. So celebrities, you'll think of like a Taylor Swift. Animes, for right now, we have like Demon Slayer movie just came out. I watched it like twice. TV series like Love Island. So these are all example of like fandoms. I'm going to let the videos play first, and then we'll do our deep dive into them. So the first one was Squid Game. And next we have an anime example as well.
Now she running from me, nigga, told her stay with it. I'm about to get up on that ass right now. Just let me down, And you a smoker, I'ma roll up and throw it down. Don't know, oh, hey, love. I'm about to get up on that ass.
So the format combination that you want to focus on, this also that is good for most common high engagement viral templates, is POV. So character-based storytelling is good. Quote edits are good, and transformation. You want to do dramatic transitions. That's a good combination, or like audio syncs of like key moments or iconic lines. So the good things about fandoms is that there is already a built-in audience that is ready to engage. So for example, for Squid Game, I remember everyone was dressing up as if for Halloween. And before the second season came out, it's like everyone was so excited for it to come out because of how popular it is. So those are things that you want to keep in mind, like some trend elements is like the timeliness of the show. So when is it trending? When is the release? When are some fan events? Think of like Comic-Con for anime, for example. And you want to focus also on emotional engagement. So like the nostalgia of it all, or like, just some relatable character moments that people can, all resonate with, or your audience could resonate with as well. I love fandoms. Like this was one of my favorite ones. So we're moving on. We're going to dive into part 3, how to identify timely trends. So for this section, we do have a tree map for you guys, and we divided the high engagement viral templates into 2 categories. So the 2 categories are timeliness of content and evergreen content. So when you think of timelessness content, you want to think of trendy songs or trends. So these are things like celebrities, influencers, so like Taylor Swift, Alex Earl, people like that. IP entertainment, so like popular show, or IPs like Labubus. I feel like everyone is going crazy over Labubus. They're like completely sold out. Bratz dolls. I love Bratz. Holidays. So like Halloween is coming up. I'm very excited. Mother's Day, Valentine's Day. So these are like trends that are there. Creative design elements. And then moving along, the second category is evergreen content, which the elements in that will be like design elements, editing styles, packaging style. So we're going to touch into all of these as we move on deeper into the slides. But for right now, this is the tree map that we're going to focus on. So let's start off with direction number 1, which would be the timeliness of content. So we're going to touch on trendy songs and trends. So how do you identify if a TikTok trend is timely? So for example, you'll notice when you're choosing the right trend at the right time is very important. So is the trend still appearing frequently on your For You page? That's a good way to know if it's on time. Are creators actively participating in it? Is it connected to a recent event or a holiday or show, for example? So I mentioned earlier, like the Demon Slayer movie just came out. I keep seeing content about it, like people getting the cups, getting the popcorn boxes, like a lot of super cool stuff. Or also, has the trend already gone viral in a specific style, but still has room for new formats? So you can build on an existing trend and add your own flair to it, or your spin to it, your POV, for example. And when you see these signals, it's better to ride the trend when it's hot instead of waiting when it's kind of died down. So timing does matter. So, how to find these timely trends. So, for this part of the workshop, we do have 7 secret tips that are practical for you guys. So, we're only sharing these 7 tips for you. So, starting off strong with one that maybe is a little bit obvious, scroll the TikTok For You page. The For You page daily. You want to be on it, you want to know it, you want to breathe it. So, you want to watch for repeating audio, editing styles, or POV formats. So if you see some content like 3 to 5 times in a short scroll, then it's more likely than a trend. Like if you're constantly seeing it, especially in a short amount of time, that's a good indicator. Next, we have use the TikTok Creative Center. So for this portion, you guys can also take a screenshot of the links that we have here at the bottom. So then you can click on them later. So the TikTok Creative Center is great for checking trending songs, hashtag creators, and videos, but you can check it by country. So that's what makes it a little better, is like you can check it by each country. So you can see what's browsing now in the United States, in Europe, in Asia, wherever you want to look that has some trends, it will be there for you. It'll give you what's going on there, what's hot, what's popular. And again, I'll give you guys just a little bit of a second to take a screenshot of the links that we shared. So you can find trendy hashtags and find trendy audios. So those links that we have at the bottom, they will take you to the hashtags or the audios. Okay. The third tip that we have. So you want to follow trend curation accounts. So these accounts track and repost early trends like in audio, design, or POV. So they're a great source for ideas before a trend peaks. So for example, if you follow, let's say I'm a creator, I make funny content or like humorous content, I would follow an account of someone that has a high following that also makes that type of content, so that I can track what they're reposting or what audios they're using or what POV they're using as a comedian or as a funny creator would be making. So I can also tap into that. So make sure you are following trend creation accounts that fall into whatever niche that you are based in or you are focused on, for example. And number 4, so you want to stay in tune with pop culture and real-time events. So again, we have these infamous Labubus that are just taking over everyone's bags and jeans, for example. So you want to, pay attention to that, or like even if you've been paying attention in the tennis world, Naomi Osaka had these bedazzled out Labubus that were super sick. So that's a good way to like stay in tune with pop culture and real time events. And then we also have example like TV finales. So Love Island, it was a huge summer for Love Island this year. It was like the #1 show. And if you look at the way that they take these pictures, like the photo booth style pictures, those are also great. So you want to keep in mind, like staying tuned to these moments or these real-time events. The finale was huge. Also think of like holidays, sport events. So many trends are born from current moments. So you want to tap into those too. And for now, a trend that I know is going to be coming up soon is Halloween as a holiday. So everyone's probably getting like their costumes ready, trying to get all cute or decorating their house in a certain style. So that's a good way to stay in tune with pop culture or real-time events. Number 5, so you want to learn from other creators' content. So what we mean by that is you want to monitor what is working for viral creators in your niche, and focus on their posts that have like highlights and saves and engagement. So for example, if I'll use the example again, if I find a creator funny and my niche is like humor or comedy, and I click on, let's say they have a video that has 10 million views, I'll click on that video and see the way they edit it, see the way they hooked in their audience to try to imitate that format so that I can apply that to my type of content. So monitor what's working for viral creators in your niche. So if you notice that they're using certain hooks or certain lighting, certain fonts, you want to tap into those. And you want to look, and the way that you would know that it's working for them is through the engagement that it gets. So if it has high likes, high saves, and good engagement, you should probably think of like, utilizing those tips as well. Number 6, we're almost there. So you also want to join our CapCut Creator Center task. And this CapCut is a great tool and a great resource to use, and it stays on pulse of what's trending as well. So you can participate in trend-driven tasks to stay ahead of what's popular. And these tasks often like they feature like new audios, formats, or seasonal concepts created by the CapCut team. So if you're ever having like any type of like creative block, let's say you're out of ideas, or you have one day you don't feel like thinking of anything, you can utilize the CapCut Creator Center and look into the task to see what you should be tapping into. And number 7, so our last tip on how to find timely trends. You want to dig TikTok by searching. So search into TikTok. So instead of only relying on your For You page, you can also on your own explore content trends by searching manually. So how to do it, you want to start from your For You page, of course, then search keywords or click into audio or hashtag pages and see how they are performing. So observe the number of posts, posting dates, like when it was posted, the UGC engagement rates, like the likes and comments under each hashtag or sound. So if you want to look over here at our poster, our trend collection poster that says do's and don'ts. So we'll start off at the top with trend time. So the timing of the trend. So if you notice that a trend in the recent days, like an audio, a post about it has been made. So let's say it was posted yesterday or 2 days ago, or in the recent 10 days, then it's most likely then it's still a trend. So that's how you would know. If you notice that it's been a month or years that this post was made or this audio was used or this hashtag has been used, then the hype has probably died down and it's not timely to use. Next, we have the trend templatized level. So what you'll notice is when you click into like an existing trend or like, for example, an audio or hashtag, if you click on that, you'll notice that there's videos that will pop up. If you see that all the videos in this existing trend have like the same format within the first 30 videos, so like everyone is taking a selfie, then yes, that is a trend. But if you notice, for example, which will be the example on the right hand, that it's very random, not everything is cohesive, then it's probably not an existing trend format, but it could probably, maybe the audio is trending, but not the formatting itself. So please don't submit your own CapCut template links in these type of templates because they're not, as templatized. But if you see that you do see that everyone has the same type of format or is they using it in the trend format, then that is a better one to utilize for your trend collections and to templatize. Oops. Next, we have trend style. So please avoid submitting trends that only require like a single clip or a dance video. So you want to pick trends that like you have to select a bunch of things so that people can easily put in their own pictures, for instance, instead of picking one where they only would have to pick like 2 or 1. You really want to avoid that. And of course, no dancing videos are also one that, you don't want to utilize for a template to participate in. So those are things that we don't want to focus on. You want to keep it on a trend that can be turned into a template that users would need. Lastly, we have audio trend. We have audio/trend post number. So if you notice on an audio trend, if it has above 3K, like 3,000 utilizations, or 3,000 above 3K post or 10K post, or along those lines for a hashtag, then that is one that you'd want to use on your template or your video so that it can perform better. Also for the audios, if you've seen that like 5K or 3K people have been using, 1,000 people have been using it, then you want to utilize it too as a sound, for example. So inspo and trend source, you want to use the TikTok feed, the IG feed, or TikTok search, or the IG search as well for your inspo or trend source. You don't want to use the TikTok music board or Spotify music board or other boards. So we're actively like monitoring, so you don't need trends from there. But if you're looking for inspo, definitely use the TikTok feed and the IG feed. And let's move right along. So we have some case studies. I won't just be talking the whole time on trendy and timely content, so you guys can have a look at those. So starting off strong with hot songs. We know that TikTok is all about the hot songs or popular songs. So songs really drive content creation. So I'm going to let the videos play and then we'll do a deeper dive into them.
Scooby-Doo. Pop, pop. Yeah, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, boom, 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 boom.
You find as hell, I want to see you. I want to can you bend over and let me see you.
Yeah, so as I said, viral songs, they're one of the most effective traffic drivers on TikTok. We know this because the songs are always going super popular and even like skyrocketing on the Billboard charts whenever a song is popular, like on TikTok, for example. So when you're using a hot song, what you want to watch for is you want to use the song from TikTok's trending chart or CapCut task list first. Focus on the beat and the move, so of how the creators are using. So it's a really good way to showcase your personality, bring some energy. You can pair this with some the transitions or POV. You can also apply like versatile formats like selfie or velocity or quotes combined with them. So that's a good way too for like hot songs. So music is a really good way to stay timely and go viral. Next, we have trendy topics. So we're going to focus on entertainment, celebrities, and shows. Again, these Labubus, we can't seem to get rid of them. So I'm going to let the videos play and then we'll do a deep dive. So you want to focus also on entertainment, so celebrities or shows. So this is good for like POV quotes and emotional reactions. It does work really well when it's combined with commentary or montage, for example. And then, of course, again, these Labubus, they're so cute. Their pop culture IPs are really good. They come with a built-in fan base, like I said earlier. So you can use stylized fonts or cinematic filters or transformation edits, fandom edits, or some format suggestions like character POVs or quote templates with these if you're going to pair them in up. Next, we have case studies for holidays. So I'm going to let them play and then we'll do our deep dive.
Snow is falling, town to glow. Every street's got the mistletoe. Jingle bells and twinkling lights. I wanna dance with you all night. Santa's sleigh is on the way. Hurry up, no time to wait.
Cause when you unfold me and tell me you love me and look in my eyes, you are perfection, my only.
So yeah, these work well because festive themes give users like a reason to post and to participate. So of course, like when you think of, for these videos, like when you think of Christmas already, I can hear Mariah Carey singing. So we know that her song is about to be the #1 song and a lot of people are going to utilize that. So that's something to focus on. And, best practices that you want to utilize when you're focused on holidays. You want to pair with like celebratory music. So again, like All I Want for You this Christmas, All I Want for Christmas Is You is definitely going to be one. Or nostalgic vibes. You want to use thematic stickers, so or colors, so like spooky filters for Halloween, red hearts for Valentine's Day, things like that, and add personal moments or reflections to increase relatability. So people think of like their families or their friends during this time. So it's really a good way to get like audiences involved, and it does work very well. So next we have, so not all trends come from songs, like some go viral through concepts or visual style. So there's creative trends that are open-ended ideas like how does TikTok see me? Or this is your sign too. Those are a good way. Or design trends, for example. So there's certain grid layouts that work well, or poster style lyrics, aesthetic fonts that do well. So these trends will work the best across like selfie or daily life or POV formats. I'll let them play and then we can move right along.
I don't wanna give you the wrong impression. I need love and affection. And I hope I'm not sounding too desperate. I need love and affection. Love,
Calcifer, you're being so obedient.
Not on purpose, she bullied me.
Not just anybody can do that.
So that's a good example of grid style layouts. Those work very, very well. So, those are good. Not all trends come from songs. Like, concepts and visuals are still very important if that's more your style. All right, direction number 2, we have evergreen content, which is good. So what is evergreen content? So evergreen content refers to templates that stay relevant over time, regardless of trends, seasons, or events. So they're there forever. They're not moving. So these templates focus on emotion, aesthetics, and storytelling, which allow them to perform consistently and be reused across different contexts. So they're really important for that because they could be reused and repurposed. So it has long-lasting performance, emotional resonant, and it's easy to repurpose for new footage. So you don't have to think of new ideas all the time. You can just reuse this idea in multiple different ways, which is always good. Makes life a lot easier. So we're going to go through some evergreen content case studies for you guys. I promise it won't just be me just talking. Starting off with number 1, so design elements. So these case studies focus on those. So templates that stand out visually through subtle content design choices. So we're going to look at lyrics, text, emoji stickers, and filters.
5'3" with an amazing physique. Head done on her nails on feet. Yo, leave every nigga on sheen. If she pretty, I put her in Poochie. Duty, tryna seduce me.
So small lyric fonts, they usually are white, as we saw in that video. They add emotion and rhythm, and you want to keep it clean, minimal, and is perfect for a mood setting. So lyrics text is evergreen. Next we have
Run to me, confess your love, at least to say, confess your love, at least to say, confess your love, that won't out, so confess your love, at least to say.
So filters, when you think of black and white filter, that's an evergreen one. It's never going to go away. If you post something in black and white, it's always going to give that nostalgia feeling. Think of the 50s and the 60s where color TV wasn't as important, but that's a good one to utilize too. It's a good moment. So filters are good. Next we have
Calcifer, you're being so obedient.
Not on purpose, she bullied me.
Not just anybody can do that.
So emoji stickers are good too. So they add personality and subtle emotional cues. Less is more though. You don't want to do too much with emoji stickers. You don't want to just overboard it, but they're good evergreen content as well. So second for evergreen content, we have editing styles. So templates that are built on editing techniques rather than the topical content. So you want to think of beat sync or transitions or stop and zoom punch-ins. Those are some great examples. So beat syncs is those cuts that are aligned to the music. And then I'll move over so you guys can see them in real time. Starting off.
I don't want your throat. I don't want that shit. Matter of fact, I want your friend. I'm allowed to switch. Really tired of being in the studio. I'm about to quit. Somebody call my A&R now. Tell them to get me out of here because I'm about to flip. Bad bitches in the B&B.
So smooth or dramatic transitions like blur, zoom, and swipe, they add flow and polish to your edits. So that's a good evergreen content to use. Let's have So if you cut the clips to match the music, the beat creates a visual rhythm and keeps the viewers engaged. So I know for me, sometimes when I see a really good beat sync, I'll be like, oof, I know I'll make a reaction to the video that I'm watching.
No, I wanted you, but that was past tense. Done had a lot of hoes just on my accent. Carry my chopper, shorty, she is savage. Got a son for you, cause you ain't average.
So for stop motion, these are quick cuts or zooms or repeated stills that bring energy and style and TikTok native flair to videos. I feel like that's OG evergreen content. 3 we have packaging style. So how are you packaging up your content? So think of like templates that are used timeless while storytelling. So like quotes, POV, so self-motivation, healing, reflecting, and then POVs like your life moments, your inner thoughts, identity. These connect emotionally and really make, your viewers feel seen and like understood, for example. So let's get started.
You're so sick, I'm so sick of these two commitments. Baby, baby.
So you want to use POV for storytelling, again, to bring out the narrative of the template. POV conveys emotions and perspectives that, showcase personal growth or expressing, your attitude, for example, or your individual style. Next, we have quotes.
Like, I'm a big, loving person, and other people just view it as me being too much for them. But I am not going to change who I am for anybody.
Yeah, so quotes are, they're a powerful way to add emotional meaning to a template. Like, with whatever the quote is saying, like people will understand and feel it. So for that, for example, the video that just played last, he was like, I'm a big, powerful person. So, it's really talking about who she is. And, a lot of people can relate to that. So paired well with like a selfie or aesthetic footage, like quote-based templates, like it connects very well with like viewers. And it's easy to use like across a lot of different, verticals. So we have some tips. Next, we have some tips on material selection. So it all starts with the right material. So your material determines your content's authenticity and its emotional depth. So we're going to share some footage and aesthetic daily moments, some quotes. We'll share some tips on how to select it and clips that, that will evoke strong emotional trend-based reactions. So what kind of footage will have better performance? So when it comes to this, and we touched on this in our last workshop, so in case you guys are interested in that, so you want to use real life footage. Like, for example, we have 2 images. So you do want to, if you look at the images on the left, they're relatable, real life content. You can see people. It's in selfie mode. It looks like something you can just take very easily. You don't want to do very staged, commercialized, very clean. Like, it's not very engaging, this type of content. With the don'ts, like these look commercialized when I look at them. Like even with the pictures of the food, like it looks a little too perfect, very overly polished. So it's staged. It doesn't, it doesn't connect with users. But we did touch on this already. And if you guys need that, it's available. The link will be available. And so what kind of clips or footage can have a better performance? So you want to match your target users. So you want to study TikTok's trending songs or hashtag pages to identify who is engaging with the trend. So if a trend skews towards aesthetic or attractive creators, use visual appealing character footage to align with the audience expectation. So for example, UGC posts are most likely selfie by young people. So you want to utilize that. And in the trend of the month, like in relationships in the right pick, like most users are used showcasing like the changes of their looks or stats of their relationships. So clips on these templates all, contain some surprising changes. But again, we've touched on this before in our last workshop. So part 3, how to promote your content, which is very important. You know how to sell yourself. So you want to reuse your exported videos on TikTok with strong captions. You want to add TikTok hashtags to increase the reach. So think of, hashtag POV, hashtag day in my life, etc., hashtag for you page. That one's huge. And you want to share in CapTalker workshops or Discord community. So make sure you do that. use trending audio and visuals and hooks in the first 3 seconds, to, reel those users in. You want them to be engaging and staying on your content. So here is some examples of top TikTok views template showcases. So, and you can see the views are right here. So I'm going to let them play.
Only thing you got is your word. I put that shit on my mama. No, you really just can't get comfy. Gotta keep at it, buddy. Oh, I had this money, wasn't worth about nothing. That shit feel backwards to me.
So great views on that, great utilization of, getting your audience to stay engaged and hooked.
You don't like the dance? Come on, do the cha-cha. Shorty Spanish, so she like to call me. You don't like the dance? Come on, do the cha-cha. Shorty Spanish, so she like to call me. Bang.
That was a great example of beat syncing. That was a really good selfie format. She looks great. And, it has the views to show for it, like 96K views. That's really great. We love to see it.
Any woman that stares at the camera like this, watch out for it. They already try to seduce you. Go to fuck.
That was a great hook too. I was definitely trying to see the way that the woman would stare into the phone. So you see, good hooks. These are good examples.
So don't let me down, let me down, let me down, let me go. I need a gangster to love me better.
And that's a great way of utilizing lyrics as well. The lyrics are interesting. We can see how it's doing. And of course, it's performing well. 188K views. Amazing. Great job, guys. So these are good jobs of top TikTok views template showcase. Very great examples. So again, how to amplify your data. And we did touch on this again too in our last workshop. You guys can take a screenshot of this page. So you want to, make sure to amplify your data. You want to, do TTVVs and activations. You want to boost those TTVs, improve your full video plays. You want to, drive user engagement. So engaging metrics, like comments, build a strong narrative, and remember to use the anchor directly. But again, we touched on this already before. So if you guys want to take a screenshot of it, you can. I'm just paraphrasing really quickly. And here we are. So we have also as well some workshop resources. So Rocket Lab, CapCut Creator Search Insights, we touched on these, the TikTok short video and For You page, CapTalker. So again, you can take screenshots of these. These are some great workshop resources that can help you, with your high engagement viral templates. I'll leave it on for a little bit for those that want to take some screenshots. And we do also have community support resources. So the How Viral group will help to amplify your content. So remember, there are weekly bonuses that we are, giving out. So top performing templates from the group challenges will receive weekly cash bonuses as a reward and motivation. There's also in-app boost and pin. So we actively monitor group submissions and we will boost high quality templates, including the possibility of pinning the top content in-app for increased exposure. And then if you are a pro membership, group members may receive CapCut Pro membership as a benefit to unlock advanced features and support the creation of higher quality content. So remember, there are community support resources if you guys do need them, and we're here to help as always. And some more resources for you guys. We have a weekly newsletter where we'll share the top performance viral templates in our weekly newsletter to the group. We have these workshops that I'm currently hosting. So love that you guys are here. We love doing these. So we're going to host 3 to 4 workshops in this quarter to help you better understand the viral templates and improve your editing skills. And of course, the Q&As. And we have the CapTalker program. So the CapTalker program is designed to help creators with over 1,000 TikTok followers learn how to amplify their content on TikTok through weekly challenges, educational resource workshops, and exclusive Discord support that both build content skills and audience growth. So you can join here. We'll put the link for that. Of course, you guys will have all this information. So what do you guys do next? You know, joining our ongoing task in the group and Creator Center by applying what you've learned today. You know, we hope you got some great gems out of this. Make sure to check your Discord groups to join the ongoing task and the Creator Center as well too. The Creator Center is a great tool to see like what's ongoing, and you can win like, you know, some quick cash for that too if you participate. And finally, we want to hear from you. Get those phones out and scan the QR code. Fill out the survey. Ask any questions you still have, and you will automatically as well enter our giveaway for 1 month of CapCut Pro membership. And if you're already level 7 plus, you will get $20 instead. We know some of you guys are already super cool. And so you get $20 in cash instead. So scan this QR code, complete the survey, and drop your questions. And we will select one lucky winner and announce it in the viral group. I'm going to leave this up a little bit for you guys. And that is all. Thank you all for joining us today. I had an amazing time hosting. You guys are always lovely and great. I love doing these. I really do hope that you guys are getting some key points out of our workshops. We love hosting them for you guys and putting them on. So we hope you guys are getting some information out of it. Really happy to be here. Really happy to be hosting. And I wish you all a wonderful rest of your day. And that's all for me.